good evening, and welcome to Tea Time.
And welcome to Tea Time. I am so glad you're joining me tonight. That's right, it is Valentine's Day, and this is a very, very special tea time. I'm going to talk about my weekend really, really briefly and then get to my guests because you know how fast my show goes. Didn't do too much this weekend, kind of like chilled, relaxed on Friday. Did a little studying of wines on Saturday. I'm going to be in Philly the first week of March filming a TV series called Recipes of Love, and I'm very excited about that. And Sunday Super Bowl, so I'm happy who won. I'm happy that all of you, some of you won some money. I'm excited, and then of course I had to do laundry because we all need clean underwear. So I'm going to get to my guest right now. He is a singer, he's a producer, he is a songwriter, he's an author, he's an actor, and I'm so blessed to call him my friend. Dave Revels is with me tonight. Hi, Dave.
Hi, Teresa.
I miss you so much.
You too,
we haven't seen each other in so long. Before we get into Dave and his story, we actually met through Bat Boy. Everyone knows I do Bat Boy, Yankee Miracle, and Dave plays Ray's dad.
Yeah.
And you've done it more than once. You've done it a few times.
Yeah, with Layla.
Yeah, Layla playing the mom. Yeah. And Dave is fantastic, and he gets to sing because he's an amazing singer. And that's what we're going to get into because you live here on Long Island, and you actually went to school in Brooklyn.
Yeah, Erasmus Hall High School.
Yes.
And I went to Brooklyn College too, yeah.
What were you studying in college?
Accounting.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is very interesting. See, I didn't know this about you. But actually, you weren't born here.
No.
You were born somewhere else.
I was born in London, the UK. And you can call me a gem Englishman because my father's American, my mother's Jamaican, and I was born in England. And, well, from all different parts. I lived several years in Jamaica as a child, but most of my formative years remained in the U.S., so I have what you call a flat accent, nobody's accent. I don't sound Jamaican, British, or American. I sound somewhere in between.
You were in Lincoln Crescent?
Lincoln Crescent.
Kingston.
Yes, in Kingston. Lincoln
How old
Crescent.
were you when you came here?
I was 11 years old when I came here.
Right.
And I'll tell you a funny story, Mike.
I hope you do.
So my mom, little Jamaican lady.
Yeah.
First day she takes me to school.
Yeah.
And we go up to these steps, and we're going up the steps, and everybody's looking at us like we're from a different planet. And they're all wearing black, and they had on black hats, and I didn't know anything. I'm 11 years old, living in Jamaica. Turned out the yeshiva school is right next to the public school I was supposed to be going to.
Oh.
And we were going up the stairs in the yeshiva school. So naturally, that's not where we were supposed to be. So.
That's great. All right, so I want to know, because you're an amazing singer, and we're going to get into, you know, where you sang and who you sang with, but how old were you when you knew you can sing?
Oh, gosh. I think it was high school. I tried out for the Glee Club. And Erasmus was known for great cantata club and the choral clubs and the Glee Club. So I tried out for a solo. It was a gospel song. And I guess I got a part. I got the lead.
Wow.
To do the solo. And I said, this is interesting. And then, of course, because I sang, other people in the school who sang took notice. So I started making friends with people who sing too.
Right.
And that's when it really started. And, that was my journey. I was about 14, 15 years old.
Now, is there anyone else in your family that can hold a note and sing like you?
Well, back then in the day, I don't know, not really.
No. So
No.
this wasn't something.
Singing wasn't in our family. No.
So it wasn't something that you actually studied and had a This was a God-given gift.
And then along the way, I've been blessed to meet so many talented people who taught me things that I learned from, and that's how I've improved.
Right.
I've been surrounded and met so much greatness. And I'm a sponge. I listen and I watch people.
I know. So let's just say, for the heck of it, if singing didn't work out for you, would you be an accountant today?
Maybe a mortician. Might be a mortician.
Okay. I wasn't sure, what the second route was going to be if this didn't work out for you.
Death and mayhem, I don't know. I haven't got a clue. I've been doing this so long, I haven't got a clue. I mean, I took accounting, which has helped me as a businessman now for
yes,
this industry.
Definitely comes in handy.
Yeah, I've learned how to handle my business because of that. And I was touching the microphone.
Yeah, don't do that.
Anyway, so singing wasn't really, but what I would do otherwise, I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah.
I've been doing it for decades.
I know. It's
Yeah.
amazing. It's amazing. You've been performing for over 40 years on stage. And in the 80s, you were actually a member of the Hall of Fame group, the Drifters, for 10 years?
Yeah, almost 10 years, yes.
And you were actually with, I think, 2 original members, right? Charlie Thomas.
Charlie Thomas.
And Ellsbury Hobbs.
Ellsbury Hobbs, the original bass singer from There She Goes, Boom, Boom. Yeah, that guy. And it was,
how did that happen? Tell me how that happened. How did that happen that you were singing with the Drifters?
Okay, well, I had my own groups, and I've been singing for years, of course. And one day I did a favor for another vocalist, a young lady named Debbie Malone, an incredible singer and personality. And I did her a favor by covering a date that she couldn't do.
Okay.
So as a favor, she turned me on to 2 opportunities. One was the tryout for the Tin Man in a road tour of the Wiz.
Oh, nice.
And the other was audition for the Drifters. Well, I had a gig the night before, and I was too tired to get up for the Wiz audition.
Really?
But I made a Drifters audition that was a little later in the morning. And I went up to the city. There was a rehearsal studio called Harlequin.
Okay.
It's been knocked down ever since then.
Yeah.
Little old place. I mean, the stairs all rickety. Anyway, so I went in. They took me through the paces with my vocals, harmonies, and stuff like that, which I was well versed in. Then choreography, and to see if I could move. And then it said, "Great, do you own a tuxedo?" I said, "Yeah, I do."
Okay.
I said, "Okay, meet us at 5 o'clock at 125th Street. I will pick you up. You have a show tonight."
Wow.
That's how my tenure with the group started.
So it went from an audition to that night actually performing with the Drifters.
Thrown into the deep end of the pool, take me out wet, threw me in a frying pan. So that's pretty much my experience. But it was an amazing experience to sing in front of 1,000 people the same night. And they're this close to me. They know every word of the Drifters material, which I didn't quite know except what I studied that afternoon.
That's what I was going to ask you. How fast were you? You must have been a quick learner.
Yeah, like I said.
Quick study. Yeah.
Use your ears, open your soul to an opportunity, and don't fight it.
Yeah.
And so I had to learn the choreography, I had to learn the background vocals, the harmony, and I had to do all that the same day. And
wow, that's a lot.
The same night. And I did it, you know. I mean, they were doing a lot of dancing. You can see some old footage on YouTube of the Drifters back then. I had long flowing hair back then. I used to go like this all the time to get it out of my eyes. Yeah. But it was fun.
You were also lead singer and record arranger and / producer for the a cappella group The Persuasions.
Yeah, that started later. What happened was a circle kind of a thing, because when I was just started out, 14 years old, 15, I met one of the members of The Persuasions, J. Otis Washington, when I had my first group, and he taught me harmony. So all these years later, so what happened was I went to see him at B.B. King's.
Oh, I love that place. Love it.
Yeah, No More it is, right?
I know.
And so they asked me to come to sing because one of the guys recognized me. So I came up and I sang with them. And then I gave them my number and everything. I got a call from their attorney about a week later saying that they would like you to join them on their next album, which was The Persuasion Sings You Too.
Wow.
I mean, the Beatles.
The Beatles,
So
right.
what happened is that I went and I did that, and then I went about my business, did everything else. And a few years later, the original lead singer, a tremendously gifted vocal arranger and singer himself, Jerry Lawson, left the group. And Jimmy called me out of the blue, the bass singer. They call Jimmy what you call a basso profundo, the deepest of the deep as far as the bass voice. He was deeper than Melvin Franklin from the Temptations.
Really?
And
Wow.
called me and says, are you available today? Another frying pan. I said, yeah. So we got a gig in Lynchburg, Virginia. Can you do it? I said, okay, yeah, okay. I always say yeah.
I know, I always say yes too.
So then I got in the car to drive from New York to Lynchburg, Virginia. I learned the material for the night.
Wow.
And I did leads and I did background, but I learned the songs on the way down. And that's how my tenure started with them. And
when were you with them exactly?
I recorded that Beatles album with them, I think it was the year 2000. And then I joined them for the U2 album, and I think it was
Right, U2.
2005. It's up there, records. I can't remember everything. 2005,
Right.
And that's when it started. And I started arranging. I didn't initially come in for that. I came as a background singer.
Oh, okay.
But I think I filled a void because Jerry worked closely with Jimmy Hayes. That's how they worked together.
Right.
I know that because that's the relationship I inherited with Jimmy.
Right, right.
And we collaborated on the vocals. So I started throwing in ideas, and next thing I know, by the time the album was done, I wound up arranging it.
Wow.
And we went on from there, did several albums together, Persuasion Sings U2.
Right.
And then Knocking on Bob's Door, the music of Bob Dylan.
Right, Bob Dylan.
And then I arranged the vocals for the album we did, the rock group Bare Naked Ladies.
Oh, cool.
You know, a whole human race is in a hot, dense state from Big Bang Theory.
Right.
They're the ones who did that.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I'm jumping around ahead or not.
No, it's okay.
I'm
following you.
Pretty much that's my tenure with the group.
Right.
And we're not as active now because of COVID.
Yes.
But we're going into the studio to record a song I wrote called Kings of Acapella to pay
I
tribute.
love it.
It's going to be paying tribute to the original 5 members of the Persuasions. That's Tuba Rose, Jimmy Hayes, Jerry Lawson, Sweet Joe Russell, and J. Otis Washington, the sole surviving member now that I still work with in the Persuasions.
Oh.
So we're going to be going to the studio the next couple months to record that song, and it's going to pay homage to the original 5 members.
That's nice.
You know, because they were incredibly talented men.
Yeah, they were. And you're incredibly talented. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to commercial break, but when we come back, Dave is going to be singing. What's the first song you're going to be singing?
My song is charting down south now on what they call Beach Music Chart, Beach 45. You can actually go and look at that, Beach 45, Beach Music 45. And it's a song called Anytime You're Close to Me. I think I wrote that song in like one day. And that song is part of my Heritage album.
Okay. So listen, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, Dave Rebels is going to sing Anytime You're Close to Me. Don't go away. We'll be right back. So where do you want to go tonight?
Why don't we go to Coasters?
Oh, cool. I heard it's a great place. Let's check it out.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Oh my God.
Coasters Tavern is located at 487 New Bridge Road in East Meadow. Their number's 516-557-2222.
Well, hi there, Teresa. It's John York from General Hospital. I am just checking in because apparently you have a great talk show called Tea Time on Strong Island TV. I want you to have continued great success and have a lot of fun. It sounds like you're having a lot of fun, and that's pretty much the key to everything, isn't it? So continued success. I'm proud of you. Have a great day, Teresa. Bye.
Welcome back, everybody, to Tea Time. It is my Valentine's show, and I'm so glad you're joining me tonight because I have a very, very special friend. He's a singer, he's a producer, he's a songwriter, author, actor, and my friend, Dave Revels. He was with the Persuasions, he was with the Drifters, and he is going to sing Anytime You're Close to Me. Can't wait. Here we go.
You have no idea what it is you do to me. Made me write sweet words of melody, smile and wax poetically. And I still come nowhere near to explaining how you become my universe. When I need a drink, it's you I thirst. Gotta tell you, baby, anytime you're close to me, I get falling down drunk with love, higher than the clouds above. Anytime you're close to me. Funny how we fell in place. I turned instead of going straight. There we both stood face to face. Then you smiled and changed my world in that moment. Can't keep my eyes from following you. Anywhere you lead me to. Let me tell you, baby, anytime you're close to me, I get falling down drunk with love, higher than the clouds above. Anytime you're close to me, can't explain it, it's just a feeling that comes along. Anytime you're close to me, hey baby, anytime you're close to me. Listen to what I'm saying. Every night I'm praying, 'cause I'm addicted to your powers of love, baby. Hey, baby. Can't explain it, just a feeling, baby. Anytime you're close to me, you got the power, baby. Anytime you're close to me, it's all in the way you walk, so much in the way you talk. Anytime you're close to me, love you, baby. Anytime you're close to me, baby, got me singing.
Oh, Dave Revels. Anytime you're close to me, I love that song. That's like one of my faves because I have some faves that you do.
It's a fun song to
and you
perform.
wrote that song in one day.
Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. But what came to you? What was the inspiration? Was it the melody? Was it the lyrics? What came first?
Chorus.
Really? So you
The
just
chorus.
heard that? You just
Yeah, I heard it in my head.
Anytime you're close to me.
Yeah, once the chorus comes, everything just falls into place.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to that song. The chorus came to me, and then I wrote the song.
Wow.
And the bridge, technically, I wrote that in my car one day. I was just going somewhere, and the words came, listen what I'm saying. Every night I'm praying because I'm addicted to the power of love, baby. You know, hey.
So am I.
Yeah.
So am I.
And
I'm
that's
in love
so-
with being in love. You know what I mean? And what an appropriate song for Valentine's Day. So this is great.
Yeah, fall in love.
Yeah, Dave, if anyone's just joining us now, he's a singer, he's a producer, songwriter, author, actor, and my friend. And he's amazing. He was with the Persuasions and the Drifters. And you actually wrote a musical called Love Potion Number 10.
I wrote the yes, I wrote the theme for it. It's a follow up to the Clover song, Love Potion Number 9.
Right.
I took my mama down to Baton Rouge. You know the
yeah.
gypsy with a gold cap too. She's got a pad down to 34th and Vine, selling little bottles of Love Potion Number 9. So the song sort of wonder what would have happened.
If there was a 10.
Right. So I wrote the song. What would happen if she made Love Potion Number 10? So I wrote the song called Love Potion Number 10
And that actually, it ran in Vegas for over 7 years.
at a Sahara hotel. There are other shows running with it, but that show had a short run. You know, they used to give mini runs in the showrooms.
Right.
And that song, and I wrote several other pieces for that play called Love Potion Number 10, but that was a theme song of it.
But that must have been fun, huh?
It was a lot of fun. It's one of the things where I listen sometimes to lyrics and where did that idea came from? But yeah.
You know, I love Motown. I sometimes feel like I was born in the wrong era, really. But you fell in love with the Four Tops
Yeah, that's
and Levi Stubbs.
Yeah.
You like this, that was it for you.
Well, you know, every singer, every talent fixates on one person
Yes.
that you can identify with. If you're an actor, actress, comedian, whatever you are. I think you're somebody that you look and go like a laser beam. Boy, I could feel what they're doing and I can see myself through it. So you kind of like learn through that extra dimension from what they're doing.
Right.
So I'm a tenor. Levi's a baritone, but they wrote all those songs for him in the tenor range.
Really?
That's why when he sings, you hear that urgency in his voice.
Right.
So I came up studying and tried to hit every note he hit in those songs, not learning that I developed his inflections like a language because I studied it so long when I was young.
Right.
So I love the Four Tops, and that's how my real love of
You
Motown
love
came
the
about.
Four Tops and really created and produced Shadows of the 60's.
Yeah.
And which is a tribute to Motown. And you know, you perform nationwide. You've performed all over from Atlantic City to Vegas. My mom and I actually went to come see you. You performed at the Argyle Theater, and we had a blast. Bobby's going to throw up that picture of us. My mother just smiled from ear to ear that night.
Oh, yeah.
And we had the best time. And she's like, I'm so glad you brought me here. Thank you so much for, it's like, it brings back memories,
Yeah,
you
it's
know, and
cool,
it brings
yeah.
back good times.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Bobby. And I know that, COVID has slowed a lot of things down. So during COVID, what were you doing? Were you writing? Were you creating? Because I know you did have a new release, which we're going to get to later on, and you're going to perform. But what kept you going during COVID and the lockdown?
Well, the song I just performed was written during the COVID period.
Okay.
Because it's like, think of, I'm not making light of this, but think of someone who loses a limb. If you were a right-handed person and you lose your right hand, all of a sudden you learn to write with your left hand.
Yes. You adapt.
You adapt. So what happened was, since I couldn't go out live anymore, I sort of like put on the back burner my recording career.
Right.
Because I'd work with other artists and other things and embedded in their legacy. And sort of like I said, I didn't need it was okay not to have a recording career.
Right.
But then when everything stopped, I said, well, what you going to do now? So I just started saying, you know what, I've got time now. So I
Yeah.
started writing.
Right.
And I'd call musicians and I'd have them lay their tracks remotely. I said, I'd tell the drummer, here's the rhythm I want. Like for any time you're close to me, this is the rhythm I'm trying to capture.
Right,
So
right.
send me back 4 minutes of this rhythm.
Okay.
And then I told my guitarist, Melvin Miller Jr., who's the music director of the Shadows, I said, listen, this is the guitar vibe I want for this song.
Right.
And then, okay, so after we did that, then we had a bass player I wanted. Send the tracks to the bass player. I said, here's what I want. I want to keep people's feet moving.
Which it does.
He did his thing. Then I said, okay, now let's send it to the organist to play the keyboard stuff.
Right.
And he lives in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Okay.
So he did his tracks down there. When it all came back together,
So it was really like putting pieces of a
yeah,
puzzle together.
because we couldn't go together and get together. So that's what I did during COVID. I refocused my creative energy into what I could control and what I could keep going forward. Because it's all
Right.
about momentum.
Right.
Nothing should ever stop you in life, in my opinion. You got to you know, be like water, like Bruce Lee said, be like water. You know?
Yeah.
You got to flow. Wherever
Yeah,
it flows,
it's
it's going to
true.
flow. So you got to be like water.
Right. You say water or
Wa-
water?
Water.
Water?
Water.
Water. Water? Water.
No Asian folks come calling me that I'm messing up with the
No,
language.
no.
I'm trying to imitate Bruce Lee only.
Yes,
That's all I'm
Bruce
doing.
Lee. That's what we're doing. That's what we're
Yeah.
doing. Well, I love your diversity because you have such a wide range. You do reggae, you do country, you do rock and roll, you do soul, you even do calypso. And that's what I love about you. You're so diverse, and you never know what you're going to get from Dave Revels. But it's always fun. It always sounds great. There's always a message. There's always a message in your songs,
Yeah.
and that I appreciate. That
Yeah,
I
yeah.
appreciate. You know, and you actually recorded for several years with the calypso legend Mighty Sparrow. Is that it?
Back in the day. when
Back,
I was-
way back.
Back in the days when they had phone booths on the block.
Oh, payphones.
And you had to dial up rotary phones in
Yeah,
your house.
yeah.
The big black monster in the house.
Right.
Back in that day when there was no cell phones, not even pagers. I recorded with a Mighty Sparrow. Don't bark on me, don't bark. And I also recorded Feeling Hot, the original with Arrow.
Wow.
You know, Buster Poindexter did his thing.
Yes.
With Charmaine Yates, Glenda Ifill, Piku on background vocals. I can remember them all. I spoke to Glenda not too long ago, just reached out and said, Glenda, how you doing? It's been like 35 years.
Wow.
But I did a lot of calypso, background vocals.
Do
for
you
a lot
have
of
a
the
fave?
albums.
Do you have a fave? You know, genre, and as far as music, do you have like a fave?
No, I listen to everything.
I know you do.
Because when it comes to a creative idea, I allow the spirit of the song to go in whatever genre it's going to go.
Yes, and what I like is that you don't
Yeah.
put yourself in a hole. You don't put yourself. You know what I'm saying? You just
talk, just express.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice.
Yeah, maybe I don't know better. Because I used to be told, you can't go here and there and there and there. They'll never know what you are.
Well, because
So I
they
fought
like
that for a long
to they
time.
like to title
Yeah,
people.
I
if
fought
you
it for a long time.
they're like, okay, what are you going to be? You're going to be pop. You're going to be rock. Make up your mind. But you know what? Why can't you do everything?
Well, if you can speak several languages, why can't you do it musically?
Right.
And for me, I guess I speak several musical languages.
Right.
Because I've exposed myself to calypso, reggae, rock music, folk, country music,
Right.
R&B. I tried opera, but I tell
Really?
you what happened. I went down to an opera
I think
school.
Grandpa needs to sing a song.
Well, don't get me started now.
This is my favorite voice he does. It's a character. He calls me up on the phone.
Uncle David.
Uncle Dave. And he does this voice. And I wet myself, I swear to God.
Old people, we talk with our eyes, we go, what? Yeah.
Oh, Dave,
And
I
when,
love
we,
you.
and when we hold your face, we go, you're such a beautiful young woman.
Oh, I love it. Listen, you make me laugh. You do. You crack me up. Listen, we're going to take my next break. Before we go, though, I just want to give a shout out to John York from General Hospital for your beautiful, kind words. And also, I cannot forget my girl, Raquel. Her birthday is tomorrow, the 15th. So I'm just wishing you a happy and healthy birthday. We've known each other longer than some marriages. Over 35 years. So, my friend, I love you. Enjoy your birthday tomorrow. I'm sure I'm going to talk to you. When we come back, Dave is going to sing again. What's the next song?
Well, the song is called She, Myself, and You. It's a love tryst.
Yes.
And it's basically about a man who wants to be faithful to his wife. And
Ooh, that's hard for some people.
there's temptation, but he's explaining to the girl who he's feeling these things for. What he's feeling and why it's not right to do it.
Right.
So the song is about that. Even in that I try to write a message about,
Yeah.
you don't always have to dip your finger in a cookie jar, you know what I mean?
Amen.
You can smell it.
You can go near it.
Yes, you can
Don't
look at
touch it.
Just don't go in there and pick it up and...
All right, when we come back, She, Myself, and You. So don't go away. More with Dave Revels. So where do you want to go tonight?
Why don't we go to Coasters?
Oh, cool. I heard it's a great place. Let's check it out.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Oh my God.
at 487 New Bridge Road in East Meadow. Their number's 516-557-2222.
How you doing? It's Sal the Voice Valentinetti. Why are you watching me? You should be watching Teresa Canastraci Tea Time with Teresa Canastraci Farrell. And make sure you follow Teresa on Facebook, Tea Time with Teresa Canastraci Farrell. We'll see you there.
I love the way you say my name. I love it. Hey everybody, welcome back to Tea Time. This is a special edition. It's my Valentine's Day show. I want to thank Sal the Voice Valentinetti for those beautiful kind words. I'm hoping to get him on my show this year. I also want to thank everyone for watching the show. Please like it, please share it, and just a reminder that Tea Time is on every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. on Channel 20 for people who get Optimum on Long Island. Dave Revels is my guest. He's my friend. He's a producer. He's a singer. He's a writer. He's an author. He does it all. And he is going to grace us with a beautiful song called She, Myself, and You.
What is missing in my relationship to make me want to be with you? I couldn't believe you were asking me this, but you said it like a friend should. And I began to tell you things I'd never voiced before, not even to the one girl who needs to hear it more. What is missing in my relationship? I guess I thought I'd get from you. I knew I would miss your tender kiss if I did it even once with you. But if my love's not strong enough for one, how can it be enough for two? I had only heard she, myself, and you. She, myself, and you. But that's nothing to be proud of. She, myself, and you. Before we're too far undercover, she, myself, and you. In a three-way love, won't do. What is missing in my relationship that makes me so afraid of you? From the tip of your toes to your fingertips, there's no denying any part of you. But you are not the one I gave my promise to be faithful and forever true to. I don't wanna hurt she, myself, or you. She, myself, and you. But that's nothing to be proud of. She, myself, and you. Before we're too far undercover, she, myself, and you. In a three-way love won't do. She, myself, and you. One wicked little secret. She, myself, and you. Lord knows I'd never keep it. She, myself, and you. In a three-way love won't do. Now we can lie about it, sneak around about it, pretend that all is fair in love and make excuses for it. But what kind of man would I be? What kind of future would it be if all we think we gain isn't worth the price we pay? in a three-way love won't do. No, she myself and you, one wicked little secret. She myself and you, Lord knows we'd never keep it. She myself and you, in a three-way love won't do.
Woo! Wow, is that poignant? And let me tell you something, that resonates with a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you something, three-way love won't do. Oh, boy. And yeah. I think we've all been in a little predicament like that at one time or another. You know, you get a little attention from somebody else, and it's kind of like, wow, that makes you feel really warm and fuzzy all over.
I do what you call a dry flyby now.
Oh my God, that's great. Oh my gosh, that was beautiful. Really good. Let's get back to you and some things. You just took a trip to LA and you did a private party for Paul Stanley. Throw that pic up with Dave and the group and Paul, because you got to tell me how that happened. And that looked like it was so much fun.
Yeah.
And there is your beautiful wife. Tell everyone her name.
Sonia.
Sonia is standing next to Dave.
Yes, she is.
Wow, that was great. And Gene Simmons was there as well.
Gene
right?
Simmons is there.
There he
That's
is.
him. And another picture, I don't know if you have the one where he put his sunglasses on me.
Oh, no, I don't have that
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
I
that
don't.
was,
Actually, I didn't see that one. Actually,
Yeah, it's on the Facebook
you did.
page.
All right,
yeah,
I missed
yeah.
it. But how much fun was that?
Incredible.
And it was a private party for
private party in the Roosevelt Hollywood Hotel,
Right.
which is a famous hotel.
Yes,
as you know.
I know.
The very first Academy
It looks
Award
beautiful.
was filmed there.
Looks
in that room that we
gorgeous.
played.
Really?
That's where it was held, the very first Academy Awards. Wow. And I was sitting on some steps that
that picture I saw.
yes, Bojangles Robinson taught Shirley Temple how to do that step on
Yes.
these steps. That's
Yeah,
where
yeah,
he
yeah.
taught her before they took it to the actual
Wow.
film.
And how'd that happen? You just got a call one day and said, "Hey, you want to
Well,
perform for
Let's
you
go
know,
full
the
circle
members
now.
of KISS?"
Full circle.
Yeah.
I started my Motown journey with the Four Tops music.
Yes.
And I love the Four Tops. And when I first started our Motown production, I started with just the Four Tops as a
Yes.
tribute, because that was my heart. When he died, I found that whoever replaced him didn't even remotely try to sound anything like Levi, not realizing it's not easy to sound like Levi.
No.
But because I've done him so long, it became a language to me. So I've been doing it, and I'm now recognized as the #1 Levi
Yes. Sound alike.
Nobody could be Levi. Let's be there. But I'm just telling you, I'm the closest. And Paul is an aficionado of soul music. He has a group called Soul Station. You can check that out.
Okay.
And he did an album, and great. He's got a nice, beautiful voice for soul music. And he did his whole album, incredible production. And for his birthday, he wanted what he felt would give him the closest association to his memory of the Four Tops.
Oh, nice.
So he reached out to me by name
Nice.
and asked me would I do his party. And flew us out there.
How cool is that?
Yeah, that was pretty cool. That was really a cool experience.
We're
you
going to
know?
fly you out and you're just going to sing for my birthday.
Yeah, and he's a nice guy, very nice guy. We talk about music and just chill a little bit. Very cool, no airs, no pretension.
Nice.
No that rock star crap,
Yeah,
It's just cool man.
Yeah, I like it. I like when everyone stays nice and
Yeah,
humble
cool man.
and relatable. So you teach.
Yeah.
You teach a one-on-one or group, the art of performing in front of a live audience.
Yes.
And with an aid of a book you actually have called Mastering the Art of Live Entertainment, correct?
A natural guide to master.
Natural, and you use that
Yeah,
as a class. How long have you been doing that?
I started about almost 20 years because what happened was that I would teach all these singers. I would, take like a grasshopper kind of thing. I'd see what talent they have and I'd teach them how to get out of themselves, the best out of themselves. So I was doing that for years. And one day I just said, why don't I just put all this down in a book?
Right.
Because I'm always telling all these things. I said, I'm experiencing it, so let me put it in a book.
Because you could have a great voice, but if you don't have stage presence
Yeah.
and really bring that audience with you on that journey,
Yeah.
it can be a little rough.
Well, I want to tell you something that's in my book that I share with everybody openly. And if you want to learn more, the rest of the book, we can talk.
Yes.
Treat every room you perform in front of like it's your living room. That anyone coming to that room you're performing at night is actually coming to your house.
Right.
They're a guest in your home, in your living room. Behave like you would in your living room if your guest came to your house. You would laugh with them, joke with them, you'd listen to them,
Yep.
you'd walk around and meet them. You would make sure they always have something to make them comfortable so that when they leave, they feel that they really got to know you and you spent quality time together. If you approach it with that attitude, you won't be afraid. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Right,
So that's
right.
in my book. Treat every house you go to like it's not a strange room you're going to. It's your house. For the night, it's your house, your abode, your living room.
I like that. I like that. It's good advice. Really, really is good advice. So let's talk about Stand Up America. Because Stand Up America is a love song to America.
Yeah.
And
the world.
And the world.
And the people.
That's right.
And people, humanity in general.
Yes. And just tell me a little bit about it. I know about it, but tell everyone else about it.
Well, September 11th, 2001. I don't like to abbreviate it to 9/11 because to the people who lost loved ones and changed their lives, it is not 9/11. It's September 11th, 2001. That's the date that will live in their mind. So what happened is that prior to that, if you remember, the country was really at odds with each other. Racial tension, political, social. It was a very bad climate in America. And I started writing this song because I travel all over the country, and it first struck me when I'm flying 33,000 feet up, I'm looking down. I don't see any borders. I don't see Indiana, Wisconsin and none of that stuff. I said, look at this, where's the borders? And I'm always doing all these shows and I'm bringing people together live, and I says, we need to come back to a place of kindness. But it wasn't until September 11th hit that the song really gelled and became Stand Up America. Because after September 11th, I noticed that we started talking to each other again.
Yes.
We actually said, how you doing? And we
Right.
really meant it, and
Checked
we wanted
on-
to hear the
yes,
answer. We
we
checked on
checked
each
on
other,
each other.
no matter what our race
Right.
or social standing, okay? And I did a shot in California for, you remember Cantor Fitzgerald? They lost a lot of people.
Yes, yes.
Well, we did a show for some of their remnants in San Francisco. And I remember I used to perform Lee Greenwood's song. But I felt that song
Right.
didn't say everything
Right.
it had to say to what America is now.
Yes.
And I noticed how people felt, so I started finishing the song. And then I wrote the song. The bridge is what talks about it. It says, take a look around you at our gathering strength. Through the growing storm, be the bow that bends. When your neighbor needs you, be quick to lend a hand. Build a bridge wherever needed, mend a broken fence. Stand Up America, join hands and show the world. We uphold these truths as evident. We're all equal on this earth. Stand Up America, for proudly we do hail. There are only three colors in America, the red, the white, the blue.
Yeah.
And that's
great
what
song.
that song is about, healing.
And you actually travel with it, and you sing, do free shows for the troops and their families with
Yes,
it.
Hattiesburg, Mississippi at Camp Shelby, where they train a lot of soldiers before they deploy.
Right.
Did a big concert for them. A General Honoré, if you know from Katrina,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
general
yeah,
came
yeah,
in and took
yeah,
charge.
uh-huh.
He was there. He gave me a medal for that.
Nice.
And Fort Hamilton Garrison Base down in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And I did shows at Citi Field, Shea Stadium.
And you have there's a children's chorus.
Yes,
Is it?
children's
It's
chorus.
called One World.
One Word Chorus, yeah.
And they travel and they.
They traveled, they haven't done much now because that first generation grew up, and
What's the age requirement for the chorus?
no requirement, just
That
that
they aged
it was
out?
It was a special time, and
That's true.
we slowly started to drift from that again. And
yeah.
the message in Stand Up America, people wanted to hear that less and less.
Yeah.
But I think now it's time again,
It
'cause
is.
we need that healing, man.
I agree.
We're not just a nation, we're not just a globe, we're actually one world,
I know.
and so we need to find a way.
Well, I need to take my last commercial break, but when we come back, Dave is going to sing one more song called A Good Jamaican Woman, and it is fun. So stay right where you are. Don't go away. When we come back, Dave Revels. So where do you want to go tonight?
Why don't we go to Coasters?
Oh, cool. I heard it's a great place. Let's check it out.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Oh my God.
Coasters Tavern is located at 487 New Bridge Road in East Meadow. Their number's 516-557-2222.
Doc, who's the best comedian you know?
Teresa Farrow.
And who's the best actress you know?
Teresa Farrow.
And who's the best cast member in Bat Boys?
Teresa Farrow.
Who's got the best radio?
Teresa Farrow.
Doc, who's your favorite guinea?
Teresa Farrow. Teresa Farrow.
All right, Doc, I love you too, baby.
Love you as always.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Tea Time Special Edition. It is Valentine's Day, and usually I say, everyone get your heart on. Get it? It is Valentine's Day, and I'm so glad you're joining me. Thank you everyone for watching the show. Grace and Mickey and everybody, Bruno. Please like the show, please share it. I'm with Dave Revels. He is a singer, producer, songwriter, author, actor, and my friend. I'm so blessed to have worked with him and met him like 4 years ago in Bat Boy. Incredible person in and out. And he is going to sing A Good Jamaican Woman. So yeah. We're going to take it away, Dave.
My new single here.
Woo! Get up and dance. I got to dance.
Some men dream of fortune and fame, long to own the world and hold it in their hand. I just want to hold one woman tight, who will always love me and treat me right. Got to find me a good Jamaican woman who will love me. Got to find me a good Jamaican woman who will love me. So warm and tender, lips as sweet as wine. She will always love me and treat me right. I'll know her by the way she walks. I'll know her by the way she talks. That sweet little dimple and twinkling in her eye. My brown-eyed, brown skin got me going all in, searching everywhere till I find you, girl. Yeah, so warm and tender, lips as sweet as wine. She will always love me and treat me right. Got to find me a good Jamaican woman who will love me. Got to find me a good Jamaican woman who will love me. So warm and tender, lips as sweet as wine. She will always love me and treat me right. Junior Red, come on.
I want me need in my life, Jamaican woman, so she can be my wife. Empress divine, she'll come from paradise. Tell you one time and I have to tell her twice. Jamaican girl, them are the sweetest thing. And when me touch road, me give her diamond ring. Warm and tender, she's my everything. Jamaican woman is a joy you bring. Hey, what they sing, I sing.
So warm and tender, lips as sweet as wine. She will always love me and treat me right. Got to find me a good Jamaican woman who will love me. Got to find me a good Jamaican woman who will love me. Got to find me a good Jamaican woman. A good Jamaican woman. A good Jamaican woman who will love me. Got to find me a good Jamaican woman. A good Jamaican woman. A good Jamaican woman who will love me. Got to find me a good Jamaican woman.
Woo! Oh yeah! Get you going, get you going. Ah, thanks for that dance.
Thank you, thank you.
You can't not help move.
Well, that's my Jamaican heritage, you know. I grew up in Jamaica, and that's about the beautiful women of Jamaica.
Yes. How often do you get back to Jamaica?
Pre-COVID, twice a year sometimes.
I've never been.
Went back three times last year.
I gotta go. Never been. Talking about Jamaican women, real quick, you posted that picture of the Jamaican soup.
Yes.
Is it a stew or a soup?
Soup.
It looks really good,
It's
Dave.
very hearty. Yeah, that's yellow yam, white yam,
Looks really
turnip,
good.
carrots.
Looks really
all that
good.
stuff.
All right, so listen. So we have like I don't know, like 3, 4, 4, 5, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes left. So let's talk about your songs. Okay, you did Anytime You're Close to me, and you did She, Myself, and You, and you just did A Good Jamaican Woman, but you've also done so many more, okay? Move That Mountain is one of my faves. It is such an inspirational song. You cannot help but smile and feel uplifted when you hear this song.
That's about COVID.
It's
That
amazing.
mountain.
But Happy to Be Me, we talked about Birds and Sleeping Dogs, 100,000 Million Reasons. It goes on and on and on, and they're all good. There's like not a bad one in the bunch. It's true. But I just want to talk briefly, real quick. Let me get this out. If you want to follow Dave, see what he's doing, what he's up to, Dave Revels is on Facebook, but you could also, it's Shadows Travel.
You can go to my email, which is shadowstravel@gmail.com.
At gmail.com.
And you can go to rebelsmusic@gmail.com.
Yes.
And DaveRevels.com is my website, too.
Right, DaveRevels.com is the website. And you're also on Insta, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Dave Revels 2018, is it?
Is it?
I don't know. That's what I found.
I have someone make sure that works for me. So you can find me the other routes. It's pretty easy.
DaveRevels.com.
Yeah.
You can basically see where he's performing. It's important. So we have a couple of minutes left. Tell me really, really quickly about the Heritage album. And when I heard Jamaican Woman, I'm thinking I'm Sicilian, so I'm hearing a good Sicilian woman. All right, it works. But you know. There are a lot of people. We talked about Norwegian women and this women. And that women,
but I'm a Jam Englishman.
I know.
My mother's Jamaican.
Yes.
I live in Jamaica. I was
Yes.
born in England. My father's American,
Yes.
U.S. Air Force.
Yes.
And so I'm a combination of all. So the
This
Heritage
is the
album
Heritage album.
will include all those elements. R&B songs you've heard from Anytime You're Close to Me. She, Myself, and You, that's my country folk song. And Jamaican song you heard, Good Jamaican Woman, that's my Jamaican heritage.
Right.
So the album will encompass all that. So if you come just to hear one kind of music on my album, you won't. You're going to hear me, my life, my history, and put down in the language of my heart.
My mic dropped.
Yes.
Is it
We're
on?
having a
Is
technical difficulty
all right,
here.
as long as it's working. Is it working? Okay, as long as it's working, because it dropped. It fell out my behind. Okay. Is there anything that you have coming up that everyone should know about, or just go to the site and see what's going on?
Well, let's go to the site and see what's going on. Of course, I'm doing a lot more shows, but we do a lot of shows around the country. So go to shadowsofthe60s.com to see my Motown production, where that's going to be. So you can follow out.
It's an amazing show. Amazing.
DaveRevels.com, that's for me personally. My music, can leave me a message there. Contact form is there. And you can email me or catch me on Facebook. And if you want a copy of my book, we can talk about that too.
Yeah,
and,
just everything's on the website. Everything's on the website.
Or if you don't see it, ask about it.
And YouTube. Just YouTube Dave Revels and just sit there and just enjoy. Just enjoy. I don't know. It just keeps flowing. All right, listen. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. This meant the world to me. This really meant the world to me.
Oh, shucks, honey.
You being
here.
You
got me. Just call me and I'm coming. You know how it is. She just sent one text out in the ether, said, Dave, what you doing? I said, anything for you, darling. Anything for you, darling.
So listen, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, my friends. And I want to thank everyone for watching Tea Time, supporting me. I feel the love. I hope you feel the love today, too, being Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's
everyone,
Day.
stay healthy, stay safe, Take care, and I'll see you next week. Ciao, everybody.